Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan. That's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the San Francisco 49ers and the Chicago Bears. Here's Cairo Santos now, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Lance. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Here we go. Here we go.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And some room to roam now. Touchdown, 49ers. Trey Lance, 53 yards. And the 49ers are on the board here first in the season opener. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Khalil Herbert to return it from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Play action. It's Fields. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Off play action. Fields. Flush to his right. Fields hit and the ball is loose. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. On play action, Fields. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Now it's Fields. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the Niners are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Here we go.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Here we go. Back.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And the play clock running down, so Mike Tomlin burns a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
On the ready.
Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 50, 30, 20. 10. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And he starts his new year off on the right foot as well, as this kick is good. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And they'll send the slot in motion left. 2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Man open, that's Ray McLeod. He's got the first down and more. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam. But notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Trey Lance, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the 49ers have moved out in front. Now Gold for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. To kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And he's got room. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses happen their way so far, so maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely, and that sack finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. On the return is Pettis. Shoves him away. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And some room to maneuver. There he goes left side. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bears are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Santos for the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. The touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Lance's throw complete here to Ayuk. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Catch by Brandon Ayuk there, and you can see the potential he has to be a big-time playmaker. Over 800 yards as an NFL sophomore, still chasing that first 1,000-yard season. Nice catch there to move the chains.
They find some open field here. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, 50 yards. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Gold to add the extra point. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Fielded just inside the 30. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Niners will go on offense. First and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
Yeah, we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. The Niners on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Niners have regained the lead. Gold with the extra point, and that'll make this a 6-point game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 151 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down. On first down, Fields. And he's got it. Touchdown! Chase Claypool, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears are an extra point away from taking the lead. Now the point after try for Santos. And with that, his guys take the lead here by a point. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We have been treated to great offense on both sides. The defense is on the other end of the spectrum. They're just searching for answers right now, aren't they?
And for most defenses, it's a very uncomfortable and in a lot of ways unfamiliar spot because points are going to be scored. But the way we're seeing them today, it's almost like there's no resistance. They've got to figure out how to slow these offenses down. Maybe someone on either side can make a big play and start to wreck and disrupt the timing that we're seeing.
As we get closer to halftime here. Throwing his Lance on third down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Pitching it out to McCaffrey. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Niners get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shot along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. Room here to run. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Chase Claypool, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bears will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Santos now to add the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Throwing on 2nd and long. Lance taking a shot for Samuel. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And the Bears are going to have it here at their own 15. The CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Okay, so roughing the passer, and I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week one as your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is a unit that's depending on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
A final shot before the break. Fields. He's got him in. Complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation. Knowing when it exists to go to it, they did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They make their second half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up because they don't get...
The ball comes out, and I think the Bears have recovered. They have. Well, you had an offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the third quarter and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that because now the nerves start to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit jangled. You don't want to give your opponent
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Got I imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Now Lance. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Okay, ready?
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Trey Lance,
42 yards.
and the Niners' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And some room to work. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
David Montgomery,
57 yards.
and the Bears are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, I looked up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Lance now on first down.
Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down.
Lance going to keep it on the option.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Trey Lance,
54 yards.
and the 49ers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he's got some space here. And finally, they get him to the ground, but it's all the way down at the Niners' 22. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a give running left with Montgomery. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Herbert. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
They'll run with Montgomery. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
They try again with Montgomery. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bears get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, put the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. And Lance again going to keep it. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Lance on the keeper. Fumble on the play. Recovered by Gordon.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Play action. Now it's Lance. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, 49 yards. And the Niners are able to cut into that deficit. All right, now what can the Niners do as they face a big 2-point conversion here? Lance going to try to throw for this. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion. And now we're back to a 1-score game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Herbert. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And look at this. For the second straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. A play fake. Now Fields to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll try and run right on the option. He pitches it out. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Elijah Mitchell, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right. There he goes left side. The 20. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, 81 yards. And the Bears answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Now the point after try for Santos. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. On play action, Lance. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Fred Warner, first-time All-Pro in 2020, in on the stop defensively. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Running with Montgomery from the pistol. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Bears are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Santos now to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Lance. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And Lance again going to keep it. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 20. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
You know, as a defensive guy, I don't normally do this, Brandon, but a tip of the cap to the offensive coordinator. Design quarterback run at this stage of the fourth quarter when I expected him to throw the ball, and he got a first down.
Yeah, trailing this stage of the fourth quarter. Picked up the first, stopped the clock, too.
Yeah, sometimes there's some guts in play calling when you go against the grain because you know you could easily be criticized if it doesn't work out.
And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Off of play action, here's Lance. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. From the gun, it's Lance. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it. And he's a matchup nightmare for the defense. No matter who they put on him, he's going to win the battle.
They'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
On 2nd and 11 now. Fields. He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown Bears. Darnell Mooney. 56 yards. And the Bears use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. The touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. People just sit on the ground.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
They'll pitch it back. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
On the option, running left is Lance.
A pitch back, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Lance.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Kyler Gordon picks it off.
He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And they will score. Pick 6 for Bears touchdown. Well, how about that? You use a high draft pick on this guy back in April, hoping he'll grow into a role as the season progresses. And now look at this, a pick 6 in his very first NFL game.
Sometimes the evaluation doesn't match what the kid brings to the table. He progressed quickly.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they knew coming in that this would be
And he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On 1st down, Lance.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Lance.
And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. 3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
The city always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Chicago, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for San Francisco,